Do you feel there is a difference in welcoming expats, especially from the US, between urban cosmopolitan Bucharest and the rest of the country? Because I imagine by now you already visit a couple of cities outside Bucharest, and I was wondering what's the experience compared to the capital, because I perceive it, and most of us perceive it, that Bucharest is already a vibrant cultural city compared to the rest of the country, and I was wondering what's your perspective on that.
That's a really good question. I have been to a lot of other cities now. I've been to Bukovina, I've been to Iași, I've been to Brașov, Sibiu, and Bucharest. Also, I moved here first actually at Christmas 2010, so like beginning of 2011, and it was a very different city, Bucharest. And I can't believe how I walk around the center now and like how much English I hear and how many other languages I hear. It's like I first moved here because I got tired of hearing stupid conversations in English. And I figured, well, if I don't speak the language, I won't, you know. And then like Bianca started translating some of the conversations. And I'm like, oh, you guys do have those here too. But so Bucharest has definitely changed in that way. It is very much a cosmopolitan city now. It is becoming very integrated. And it's still not, we were remarking just this summer, Bianca and I. So like in the summer, all the major cities and any major city in Europe, like Lisbon, Paris, London, even though that's not Europe anymore, they will empty out in the summer of all the people of all the natives who live there, who go to their country house or the beach or some other big city for vacation. But all the other cities fill back up with just tourists and stuff. Bucharest doesn't quite have that tourism yet. Like we were able to walk around in August and just really enjoy the city because it was empty. Whereas we went to Lisbon in July and it was crazy busy with tourists. So I think, yeah, it's becoming more cosmopolitan, but it hasn't really reached a level of like the joke I made at the beginning. Nobody kind of has it on their list to visit yet. So the people who are here, they kind of still got here by accident in a way. In the rest of the country, because you asked about that as well, I think foreigners are still treated with like a little more reverence, a little more like, wow, you're here. Like we want to share with you. And the funniest story for me is when I went to Bukovina. So it was a very long train ride, of course. And so we were getting ready to get off. And I turned to Bianca and I said, like, oh man, I can't wait to have a cigarette. It's been such a long train ride. And the conductor, like the train, the comptroller or whatever, the one who checks the tickets was there. And she's like, oh, no, go ahead. We were standing in the middle. She's like, no, go ahead. Have a cigarette now. I don't want the foreigners to think we're not nice people. So, I liked that. And yeah, so I mean, I feel welcome here. I lived in Paris for 3 years, and like, it was hard because they all wanted me to speak French. Whereas here, I try to speak in Romanian, and I'm getting responses in English. So it's actually quite fun. And I couldn't have made it in any other country, really. Thank you for the question. That was a really good one. I like that. And guys, this is my first book launch ever. So you guys are the first ever. I will always remember you guys with so much like adoration in my heart. And so I have another one in Brașov on November 6th, and I'll have one in Bucharest, I don't know, in a month's time or so. And so you guys are like my practice run. So this is great. I really appreciate the questions because it's making me feel more relaxed and I won't be as nervous at the other ones. And, so thank you. Let me thank you guys.
It was really great.
Thank you very much. If you guys have a copy, I'll be happy to sign it. If you guys want to go get a copy, I'll be happy to sign it. So thank you all for coming and spending some time with me. And I really, really hope you enjoy the book. And please, a couple more things. Please, if you can, after you finish, leave a review on Libris, or it's also on Goodreads. So please leave a review, whether it's good or bad. At least it shows that people read the book. Also, if you want to see any of my acting, because that is my primary talent, or what I do. On Netflix right now is Camera Chasse Sute Noa, Camera Room 609, which is written by Bianca. And so you can watch me. I'm in a couple of episodes of that show, like episode 10, episode 28 or 29, I think. So you can watch me on Netflix there. You can watch Nasty, the documentary about Nastase, on HBO Max. And I'm also on an episode of a show called Poveste de Familia. And you can watch that on Antenna Play. So, and in the one on Antenna Play, I act in Romanian. Yeah. So, thank you, everybody, again, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Maestro?